Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and in this video we are going to learn how to multiply decimals. So let's get started. So multiplying decimals is just like multiplying whole numbers. The decimal point is the only part that is something new here. So we will break how to multiply decimal into two parts. So there are two parts into this process. Okay, first is whenever you get a decimal number, you'll only keep the number, you'll keep aside the point. So first we'll multiply the decimal number without point, and once we multiply our decimal numbers without point, we will put that decimal point back. Put that decimal point back in the correct place, and I'll also show you how to put the decimal point in the correct place. So we'll start by first doing a simple multiplication of two very small numbers. So I'll take two very small numbers. For example, I'm taking 2.4 multiply 1.3, and as you can see, both of these are decimal numbers because there is a decimal point. Right. So as I said, what is our first step? Our first step is we will multiply these two numbers without the point. So we'll treat this number as 24 and we'll treat this 1.3 as 30. So we'll be multiply 24 and 30. So you can multiply, and 1 times 4 is 4 and 1 times 2 is 2. 2, 1, 1 carry 3. So when we multiply 24 and 13, we got 312 as my result. So what is my next step? So my next point or next step is we have to put the decimal point back in the correct place. So as you can see, we've got two numbers which we multiplied and we got 312 as its answer. Right. So we'll count the total number of decimal point. Okay. So in 2.4, we have got one decimal point. And in 1.3 also we've got one decimal point. So since we are multiplying it, so by multiply we basically means we are increasing the value. So we'll always add the decimal. You'll always add the decimal points. So we have got total two decimal points to place it back to my final answer. So now you know that you have to put two decimal point, but how you are supposed to put? You'll always put the decimal point from the right place, not from the left place. So in 312, we'll be putting my decimal point from the right. So after two digits, means after 2 and 1, I'm be putting a decimal point. So this is my final answer. So we can also understand this concept of multiplying two decimal number in one more way. So let's look at that also. Again, I'm be taking a simple example to explain it. So for example, let's take two numbers again, 0.6 and 0.4. Okay, so in fractions also, how we pronounce this 0.6, and in fraction how we pronounce this 0.4, and what does this point represent here, and is there another way we can write this number in terms of fraction? So yes, we can write this in another way. So in fractions we write this number as 6, and since there is a point, so when we remove this point, we replace it by 10, 100,000 according to how many digits are there after the point. So since there is only one digit after the point, so we'll be keeping only 10. And for 0.4, it will be 4 upon 10. And in words, how we write this number, we write is at 6 tenths and 4 tenths. Now, since we have to multiply these two numbers, 6 upon 10 into 4 upon 10. So again, there is one more concept here. We are now multiplying two fractions in order to multiply the decimal numbers. So for fraction, very simple rule is there. We'll multiply the numbers on the numerator and the numbers on the denominator by each other. So we have got 6 and 4 in the numerator. So we'll multiply 6 and 4. So we get 24, and in the denominator we got 2 10, so it will be 100. And now, since the final answer right now we have not reached, so right now my answer is in fractions. We'll convert it back to my decimal. So again, we have got 2 0, and when you divide it, you will be placing a decimal point after two decimal places from the right. So my final answer will be 0.24. So guys, you see that how easy is to multiply the decimal numbers. It is similar to the whole numbers. The new addition here is just we have to place the decimal point correctly, and yeah, that was the catch. So I hope you learned that concept really well in today's video, and I'll come up with more such logical stuffs related to mathematics in the next videos. So keep subscribing me and keep following me, and thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video.